Hi students, this is chapter 4 Civics Understanding Laws, and we will discuss the chapter in very short for those who could not attend the lecture. And let us start the chapter. So the first topic is do laws apply to all? Now in chapter 5 judiciary you have read a lot of things about courts, and in chapter 1 you have read about the constitution, so you have a slight idea about different types of laws, how the laws were made, who make the laws, and all these things. So first of all, the first thing is the rule of law, which you have read in class 7 also. Rule of law says it is provided by the constitution to all of us in India, and it says that everyone is equal before law on the basis of caste, creed, religion, gender, sex. So everyone has to get similar punishment, or if somebody commits some crime or violation of laws, the punishment or the penalty is fixed for everyone across India. But before the independence, not before the independence, during the pre-British India, the system was not like that. Different places, different areas used to have their different laws, and laws were made differently for different type of social groups of people. For example, in one part of India, the law do not match with the other parts of India for a particular crime, and most of the time the punishment for upper class and lower class people used to be different, and obviously most of the time the lower class people used to suffer a lot for that. I mean, they used to get heavy punishments or penalties. Then when the British came in India, they introduced their new laws, and there are two arguments regarding the British law. A group of people says that they introduced law in favor of in their favor. For example, there was a law called Sedition Act of 1870s, and as per that, no Indian was able to express their opinion, or no Indian was able to speak against the British rule. So that was the by implementing this law, the Sedition Act, the British government taken the right to express our opinion, and no one was able to talk against the British government's rule. And on the other hand, the nationalist leaders were there, the freedom fighters were there. They created a lot of pressure on the British government, and for that many laws were made for our benefit also. And over the time, with the passage of time, there was a lot of changes in our judicial system also. Earlier there was no Indian member in judiciary. Now the British government started recruiting the Indian judges, and Indians were included in decision making panel also. And there were evolution in this making of law and rule of law also during the colonial period. Then our constitution came when we gradually got our independence, and the constitution was established, and constitution came in effect in 1950. Till date there were many changes in constitution also. There were many laws added in the constitution, and there were many laws which has been subtracted from the constitution, and those changes of constitution are done through amendments. There is a process called amendment, and through amendment the constitution can be changed. For example, there was one law. This is called the Hindu Succession Amendment Act of 2005. So earlier, before 2005, the law was there was no fixed law for the inheritance of property, father's property to the daughters. Now with the amendment of this law, the daughters can have the equal portion of property of her father, like the sons get. Next is, how do new laws come about? So we have read in chapter 3 also that parliament is the body who makes law. So parliament sometimes makes law from their own, sometimes different categories of people, different social groups, different person of society appeal to the parliament to generate law or to amend a law. For example, in this brown box, there is an example of that, a domestic violation act. So it was the name of the act is the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005. So as per this law, the ladies, the females are protected from domestic violence, and earlier it was not there. And in the next page, next 3 pages, you can see the caricature is made. You can go through it once, and here you will be finding there are different women organizations, feminist organizations, and different types of females used to come to them, and they used to complain about their lives, different problems of their lives, and these feminists and these NGOs used to appeal to court, and with the passage of time, different amendments has been done regarding the law associated with females. Our last topic is unpopular and controversial laws. So we all know that Parliament passes law, but there are some laws which are passed by the Parliament which is very much legal, very much legitimate, but it is unpopular, it is not liked by the people. For example, there is one act, one law, as per that the vendors, the hawkers are not allowed to sit on the pavements or on the footpaths. But we can see when you go to the market, the footpaths or the pavements are blocked by the hawkers. So we do not mind because they help us. So though it is against the law, but we let it go like this only. But there are many times when municipality or a local organization come and punish them or drive out them from that place. So this is how there are some laws which are unpopular and which are controversial. So that is the end of the chapter. Thank you.